It looks like we're live, and if you're watching this as a video, hang in there. I'll actually timestamp when we start the video, and if you're a returning viewer doing the meditation again, I'll timestamp when the actual process, the activation begins. So happy full moon! It just happened like an hour ago, I think, or 2 hours ago. So right in that full moon energy, I guess the moon's about to go into Cancer, but it's a full moon at 28 degrees Gemini. Unfortunately, I was not able to do the full moon forecast this month because I just had too much work, because it's a really powerful super moon. So I'll touch on a couple things in this video about the qualities of this full moon, and then we'll go right into the transmission. And I just found out 20 minutes ago that Archangel Raphael is going to be with us, I believe, unless they change it up again, to assist with this transmission. I work with a group called the Master Teachers. They're very good at working with frequency and vibration, so they are able to work with my energies, and as I'm leading the process, work with your energies also. And it makes sense. It's a Gemini full moon. That's a healing sign. Raphael is to heal, or the healer. It's a Hebrew term. Of course, that's the name of the archangel. So we're going to get into that in just a moment. So I'm just going to say a couple quick hellos. If you're here as a video again, when we actually begin to talk about this full moon, the instructions for this transmission, it'll be time-stamped in the pinned comment. So in the meantime, hello, Kathleen and Brooke, welcome. And hello, horses, Karma, welcome. Less than an hour ago, so we're right there. Yeah, we're right there. So thank you for sharing that with us. And welcome, Pandora from Australia, right? 369. I didn't even realize it. I had 36.9 thousand subs. Cool. We're almost at 37K then. 369 energy. So that's very good. Hey, Brooke. Hello, Carrie. Welcome. And let's be our guide. That's Laura's channel. Welcome. And hello, Deborah. And the moon is beautiful. Yeah. Oh, thank you. So, hi, Jason. Thank you so much for the super stickers. And we appreciate your donations. They help the channel. They help me a lot. So appreciate that. Wow. Yeah. This is the winter where the southern areas are going to get their share of cold and some snow. So starting early, we got 8 inches yesterday here in the Catskills. At higher elevation, it was 8 to 12 inches or 9 to 12 inches. I think it was 9 inches at Bel Air and 12 inches at Hunter, but I might have that wrong. But anyway, I'm digressing. So very good. And I deeply appreciate you, Jason, and I thank you for that. So the brand new psychic forecast for December on the Medium channel. I uploaded it this morning. It's the abbreviated version, and it's still a half hour, but it's not 90 minutes like the live stream was. And so if you guys haven't checked that out, it's a juicy one, as you would expect the way things are. But you know what? We do this work for ascension. Whatever's going on the outside, well, it's a reflection of the inside of the collective. But we're here to create internal changes, and by doing that assists humanity in making the changes. So, may be very changeable, maybe a lot being exposed, very juicy times, like I said, but it's very spiritual times also. And we've been doing this work for a good while. Hello. Thank you, Jennifer. Wow, my cup runneth over. Jennifer and Jim, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. You got 5 inches in southern New Hampshire. Not bad. It's snow. It's our first snow, and it's not warming up anytime soon. So what we got, we're going to keep. But snow insulates the ground, and I meant to do a post on the snow. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow, or I'll wait till the next snowstorm, because snow is ice crystals. And out of the 20, I think there's 24 different. It's been a long time since I studied meteorology. That was my major, but I think there's 24 different ice crystals or forms that make up snowflakes. All depends on temperature and pressure. And out of those, 22 of them are six-sided. So most ice crystals are six-sided, just like quartz crystals. So when it's snowing, there's billions of crystals in the air, enhancing the energies, charging things up, which is another reason that people naturally like snow, unless you hate snow. Um, but I love snow. So anyway, that's all I have to say about the snow. You're welcome, Jennifer. Thank you so much for being here and for assisting us. And thank you, Felicia. Wow. Thank you so much. I must be in a good money trend today. Thank you so much. And our aim, of course, is to make what we do here well worth your donation and then some. So we're dedicated to the awakening process. That's why we started the Medium channel. I wasn't going to do it. Spirit told me to do it, and I got over my shyness and my insecurity about being in public scrutiny, and we're doing it. And like somebody pointed out, we've got 36.9 thousand subscribers, which for me is amazing. For YouTube, it's it's a small to medium-sized channel, but for me, that's amazing. So we're just going to keep it rolling, and quality over quantity always. So we put the quality work out there. We attract the quality people to the channel, and we continue our work. So we've been doing this for 5 years now, 5.5 years actually. Time does fly, and we're dedicated for the ascension process, and it's happening. And we've been doing these transmissions for a while. Every month we do a full moon, a new moon. Sometimes we do a third one. Then in my Patreon group, Spirit Mind Family, we do 2 more per month, and that's going to increase after January. So if you want to get more into the deeper work, that's the place to go. It's Spirit Mind Family on Patreon. And that's basically that. So we've been doing this, and it changes our frequencies. It actually changes subtly our subatomic and molecular structures to become more crystalline. So we're all becoming better transmitters and receiver of higher frequencies for healers and stuff like that. And that's the theme of this transmission. So let's dive into that now. This is the Gemini full moon, and it's very healing energy. It's mercurial. So we've got that. Originally, and this is still going to hold, my intention was to work with the upper chakras, because Gemini is also air. It's also about telepathy. It's about connecting with your guide, angels, loved ones in the spirit world, God, spirit source, all of that. So we're going to work on building those connections for you, and work on the healing process of making us stronger healers, as well as assisting you in healing your body and your energetic bodies, because we have the capacity to heal maybe not every single thing under the sun, but virtually everything. And that does, in some cases, include cancer, schizophrenia, and things that are thought to be genetic and not, and they are genetic, but we can change our DNA also. We have the power to change that, but we have to tap into a higher resonance of ourselves and our being than what we know as our physical beings. And once we're able to do that, then we tap into higher abilities. And that's how faith healers work. Well, real faith healers. The fake ones just collect money and give you a lot of BS. But the real ones, because people that are advanced in Reiki and other forms of healing, because they've learned to tap into that higher resonance of themselves, to tap into those higher healing abilities that exist within our energetic fields. It totally exists. It's totally there. And by tapping into that, our regular primitive human body healing abilities are pretty amazing. We get a cut, our bodies heal itself, right? If we get sick, our antibodies charge to the action. And that's just the primitive body. So imagine if you connect with a higher crystalline body, that kind of takes those abilities like 1,000-fold, I think. And that's when you can really do some really deep healing of things. More with that. Thank you, Felicia. Thank you, everybody. Horses are Arcturian beings. Virus is deadly to horses. So let's heal King and all the horses that need healing. And Yes, so I'm an Arcturian being myself, or that's one of my starseed groups, and I have to say that I've always felt the resonance with horses. Like I recognize them as advanced conscious beings. I'll put it that way. I also love cats. So I think I'm part Lyran talking about starseed. Sorry if if I'm going a little bit off topic, but you guys are being very generous. Hello, A77777. Welcome. Um, and so I guess or is that like equine encephalitis going around, or is that a different virus? Something equine, obviously, if we're talking about horses, but in any regards. So let's get into the specifics, the nitty gritty of this transmission. How do we work? This group, I call them the master teachers because I learned or I experienced them through Susie Mazzoli, a brilliant healer and channel. And in Woodstock, she used to do circles, and she channeled this group called the Master Teachers. I had a little bit of a trepidation about channels because I'd seen too many phony ones at the time, and I was like, "Oh yeah, right, another channel." But then Spirit said, "No, check this one out." So I listened, I followed. She did her thing, waving her hands, talking, bringing the energy through. And I just had such an experience where my energy just shot up, clear out of my body. I didn't leave my body, but my energy shot out of my body. And I became a believer in this group. And she said two separate times when the master teacher through that I'd be channeling them one day. And of course, back in 2010, 2011, I was like, oh no, I'm a medium. I'm not a channel. It sounds good, but no. And then in 2021, I think they started to come and they started to channel, and the rest is history. So I credit Susie Mazzoli and her work for introducing me to this group. And now they're working with me and you also, if you're here, because they work with all of us. I facilitate. Yeah, it's kind of a leadership thing, but it's like I'm not the grand poobah. I'm just facilitating this higher energy that's higher and greater than myself. So your job is to just relax, open your heart, be clear and present. And by doing that, when they work through me, so when I channel, it's more like a blending. I mean, I do go and do some level of trance, but I'm not a trance channel that like doesn't that kind of checks out, and then the energies or beings just work through me that way. It's more like they blend with me. They connect with my consciousness. We become one. They're able to, because they're interdimensional, so they're able to use my language base and knowledge base as part of it. And they work with my frequency. So as I'm leading this and you're present, they'll be able to access your energetic fields with your permission, of course, and help to raise your frequency and not just the frequency, but the volume or the speed, or there's another word, velocity of energy that goes through you. And the idea, the intention is awakening. And sometimes it's clearing old stuff, removing blockages. Today it's going to be a lot about healing. You have some about shadow work because we're in that season, that pre solstice season, at least on the northern hemisphere, where we're working with the dark and the shadows. But we're going to work a lot with healing. So I think that's enough background information. Hello, Mary, welcome. And anybody else is in. So are we ready? And we have a small, intimate group today, only 24 live. Who's ever aligned with this work is who's going to be here. That's fine. Let's see if I can remember this at the end. So let's just get nice and relaxed. And I feel like they're here. I feel like they're saying, yeah, we've all had long, hard days. Let's just relax. Maybe imagine that you're in like a nice warm pool somewhere, or a natural pool, like a spring, like a hot spring. So it's warm and comfortable. Which is good for me because my room is chilly, like my toes and fingers are cold. But I know when I start to work in channel, my body temperature rises, so that won't be lasting too long. That's the good news. Now I'm seeing horses in my mind. I think the Arcturians are here. I don't know if dolphins are Pleiadian, but I always associate dolphins with Pleiades for some reason. And I believe certain kinds of whales are from one of the planets in the binary star system, Sirius. I believe that's the case. But anyways, It's just nice and relaxed. Inhaling love, light, and joy. Exhaling, maybe releasing any energy that needs to go right now. Just through intention and breath, you can release a lot. I did a whole post about releasing and how nature, spirit will naturally help us to release if we only allow it. So we don't necessarily have to do a lot of release work. We can just tune into our breath, because what happens when we breathe? We take in life-giving oxygen, we release the waste products, carbon dioxide. So we're releasing toxins just with our breath. So if we just allow our spiritual bodies to do their thing, it's going to release what you don't need. It's a natural process that happens. And if you augment that with intention, that's really good, because our low, I don't want to say lower selves, our human selves are very adept into suppressing anything that's painful, including traumas from the past or whatever. So that's where release work is valuable, to identify what we're holding on to and apply that breath, apply our spirit and higher selves to naturally releasing that. And we do that by embracement with love. And I often say we cannot release what we don't embrace with love first, because then we're not creating distance and resistance. We're connecting with it. And by connecting with it, that's how you release it. And that's a beautiful thing, because that's all part of healing. So feel your shoulders relaxing now. Letting your shoulders relax. Letting your chin, your cheeks relax. And your forehead and temple relax. Now, as the master teachers and Archangel Raphael, and maybe other archangels will step in also, work with me. Your idea is to stay in a present meditative state. They often talk about things, stuff, but stay meditative with that. And we'll say pretty regularly we're raising the frequencies. That's just letting you know what we're doing, but also helping you to be part of that, if that makes sense. So, you could call it a little bit of auto suggestion or whatever, but it's really just more of an acknowledgement. And greetings. Yes, we are here. We are talking. We are happy, healthy, whole, and free. And so are you. We are one, and we are connected. And welcome to this divine silvery full moon. We're going to call this a silver moon, because we find that kind of reflective energy involved with this particular full moon cycle that you are in. It's very healing, very uplifting, and very connected to connecting with your higher selves and beings, as the channel has alluded to earlier on. There's such great power in silence, stillness. Be like that still pond and that still water as you're relaxing and meditating, going deeper under the silver full moon, the supermoon, gazing at that stream, wrong words. We will wait for the channel to clear himself a little more so we can work through him better. As we raise the frequencies. Again, imagine that you are by this beautiful pond. It's very, very still. Just like the blue heron gazes in the water as his own reflection. This is a time for your reflectiveness. For many of you are in the northern hemisphere of your planet, where it's winter and cold and dark, and the time of reflection, the time of going within, of introspection, clearing the old, getting ready for new growth, and finding the balance within and outside, and knowing for every dark there's light, for every light there's dark, for every sad emotion there's joy. It's all the same. It's just different expressions of the same energy, the same oneness, the same wholeness. And when you understand that, there's no reason to suppress or to fear anything. To understand it's just a natural process of human evolution in your time, your soul's journey in your present physical body. Those clothes or meat suit, the channel loves that expression, the meat suit that you are in, Ha. It's just like clothes, you put it on in the morning, then when you go to bed at night, you take the clothes off. You go deep and you reconnect with your higher self, your guides, your source beings. We will work with some toning, light language activations to assist in activating your dormant DNA for higher healing potentials, and work with the upper chakras, the throat, third eye, and crown. These are the indwelling chakras as opposed to transpersonal chakras that dwell outside the physical body. Relax, breathe, allow. We are raising the frequencies. Allow yourself to open to the gentle flows and currents of life and love, permeating through the channel, through you, as we connect in oneness, in glory of the divine. We are the record keepers, the peacekeepers, the bringers of life, love, and hope. For you would not be here working with us at this time if this was not you. The channel may wonder why sometimes the turnout is low. Well, we will give him credit. He does not wonder. He understands that. Raising the frequencies. Feel yourselves going deeper and deeper with each breath, yet staying awake and alert, very natural. Peeling away the old layers, letting the pearl of the divine within your beautiful heart shine forth, radiating through your bodies and auric fields. The heart light, the root center of your higher self. Allow that to shine bright in coherence, which basically just means love and gratitude. The emotions of it, or frequencies of a coherent heart. And this is where the brain locks in. You become coherent of spirit. Just like the deer in the woods that run free, that are playful, that are extremely powerful animals, are beings yet very gentle at the same time. Within the gentleness of your nature lies extreme strength at your disposal. Look what you've overcome. Look what you've overcome as a collective. Your collective species has overcome many wars, many battles, many conflicts, a Great Depression, many, many things, holy wars, floods, hurricanes, tornadoes, you name it. Yet somehow, in some way, your species continues to grow and work towards thriving and healing and learning eventually from the mistakes of the past. You, Earth beings, have the attention of many benevolent beings of the galaxy, of your neighboring galaxy, of the interplanetary alliance, as it were. Not just to guide you through your ascension process, but to benefit from your resilience and knowledge. If you live in a world constructed by your ancestors, terraformed, planned, is that not in your history books? Wait, what happened? Ha ha ha. Perhaps it's just a coincidence that you are in this incredible Goldilocks zone. Not too hot, not too cold. Where all beings are made up of trillions of cells performing individual functions, yet functioning as individuals. And you will someday forge out into the galaxy and terraform new worlds, and the cycle of life continues in a universal sense, an intergalactic sense. Many of you are becoming more aware of your star beings, your helpers, your guides that communicate with many of you telepathically or energetically. The few of you that are of that assignment in the human vibration will be fortunate to interact with them directly, maybe come aboard their ships, learn their higher knowledge and wisdom, and become the storytellers, as it were, the purveyors or conduits of information from the stars, wisdom from the stars. Your terraformed world is a planet, is a ship, as it were. It is a satellite of the sun, as the moon. The full moon is a satellite of your world, with many faces, many expressions. And in this particular expression, as it shines bright and beautiful in this elliptical orbit closer to your planet, in the healing sign of Gemini, also in the grounding sign of Taurus, and other systems, Vedic systems of astrology. It is a time of healing and growth and developing and strengthening the nervous system and meridian system. And this is what we are going to work with you. So relax, breathe, enjoy the ride as we raise the frequencies. Prepare your systems. Your higher selves will understand and respond to these instructions, even if it sounds, we shall say, like gibberish, haha. Sakwokopa chu si tia se me sia la lo sia bakakati. Ba hu pa hu si o so so media. No ti tia do pa do ti sha ma pa. Good. Yet ti tia se ma si o so pa. He sha ba tia da ba ki ko ya na so raising the frequencies. Hey, now, dear time and space beings and travelers of light, descendants of distant worlds, congregating on your planet, third ball from your sun. You may know of as Archangel Raphael. We not only work with healing, but work with the Ascension energies. For we stand at the east, the element of air, the openers of doors of illumination and growth, the bringers of magic and mystery, and of course healing. We will, with your permission, work with your nervous systems to strengthen the connections within your physical being that get severed through programming and life in general in your world. And by doing so, this strengthens the meridians. It strengthens the connections to your divine higher self and the divine beings that are always part of you, that walk with you or float with you, as the case may be. Because you are healers. You do healing every day, whether you know it or not. For yourself or others, your kind words can be the difference between tears and laughter for a dear loved one or friend. Never underestimate your power to do good, to help your brothers and sisters in their healing and ascension process. Each and every one of you is a portal unto yourself. Through this channel, we work with a lot of portal activations. The 1111 portal, the 1212 portal, the Lionsgate portal. It's important to step back and understand that you are a portal unto yourself. Portal's merely a passage, an energetic passage to a higher level of being or frequency. As the earth circles, you may not see it or know it, but there's various energetic portals in its passage around the sun. Areas of light energy, areas of denser energy, and everything in the energetic realm is manifest in the physical. For example, every year around August the 12th in your calendar, you have the Perseids meteor shower. That space dust, we believe, from Halley's Comet, drawing on the channel's information base. And Comet Tuttle Swift. These are various portal energies the Earth passes through, the debris fields, as it were. And this highly charged ionic particles within the orbit of your planet that are transmitters and receivers of information that assists in accelerating at this time and any event your ascension. We are raising the frequencies. This is the master teachers, and Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel are working with you at this time for your ascension, growth, and health and healing. Also, Archangel Sandalphon is with us to support the light grid, the crystalline grid, to step into your higher ascended bodies, your higher transmitters of healing, as well as enlightened energies and frequencies. Hold that space, relax and breathe. Allow us to work with you as we raise the frequencies. Remember to ground, relax, hold space, not just now, but in your day-to-day life. The earth too, she is a portal to divine consciousness. living being, an energy. Carries the resonance of the heart, the universal heart. As divine portals of light and energy, we ask you spend moments during your day just to sit, breathe, bring in the light, hold the space to support the ascension of your world and the upgrades of the planet and humanity. For she, your Mother Earth, is also in an ascension phase of her life cycle, because you are intimately connected. It would be very intuitively relevant, being that you know that every cell in your body came from the earth and will return to the earth one day as you leave for your new destination as a spirit and a soul traversing different realities, energies, and experiences. The more you can relish, embrace, and love this present moment, the more you will heal and the stronger your healing abilities will be. This, we understand, is easier said than done, because that implies embracing moments of pain and sorrow, illness, disease, stress, and strife on your planet. We do not mean to bring you down, stay in the higher frequencies, but the reality is that you are light, you are frequency and vibration, having experiences to enrich your soul, your spiritual self, and great spirit. An embracement of life in all of its faces, all of its colors and expressions, is your key to ascension. It is your key to learning how to master energy, to manifest your reality, to master the flow, energy, chi, prana, to heal yourself and others, and to manifest. It's all part of your mission, all part of why you're here. But, you are now making the break, or the elevation or ascension, as it were, from the intellectual understanding of this being true to the actual experiential knowledge of living it and being it and breathing it. And that is huge. That's where everything changes. And at this time, as a collective, when we say a collective of souls who are joining us either live or as the video, this is where you're at, making that transition, acquiring that intrinsic understanding as your launching pad to ascension to new heights. You're here to energetically assist that process, to work with the nervous systems, the connectors, the synapses, neurons, etc., etc., and to assist you in becoming more crystalline. As carbon-based beings, you become diamond-based in the crystalline sense. And this is, in a sense, your higher dimensional or 5D body. Yes, the Arcturians are here, for the one who asked, working with you. Yes, they are. And the other star beings, they are here also. As the master teachers, we are a conglomerate of beings from all over your galaxy who have transcended the time of being in body to being interdimensional. With that, we will transmit interdimensional frequencies to assist in this work. Breathe, relax, allow, as we assist in raising the frequencies. So seve moi, ma shubere sesa, ma shubasa sa po. Wisha webede mo fuma. Katude da yo solo da sedinio no mama. Relax, breathe, allow. We're raising the frequencies. God, the master teachers, Archangel Raphael is with us. You can visualize or imagine that you're sitting under a beautiful emerald green pyramid now, bathed in beautiful emerald fire and light. Raise the frequencies and allow this energy, allow the pyramid to magnify the frequencies and the light to permeate within your fields and body, within your inner core being. With the silver full moon above, transmitting light codes from the heavens above and below. Feel your throat center open. Feel the moon, the silvery moon in your throat, opening to higher communications, resonance, sitting in your beautiful emerald pyramid, beautiful emerald green fires, gentle flames all around, healing, clearing, uplifting, upgrading. And the silver moon also in your forehead, illuminating your third eye, opening the throat to divine communication, the third eye to divine sight and wisdom. Remembrance of who you are, why you came to Earth, what your ultimate life mission is. As new Earth is replacing old Earth over this 20-year period now. So it's a transition. To us, it's an instantaneous. In your physical reference of time, about 30 years for the full transition to happen. Started roughly 12, 13 years ago. A little longer even. This winter solstice. Yes, back to winter solstice. 2010 was the tipping point. A few numerologists out there that it was a 333 day, 12/21/2010. 2 + 1 is 3. And that full moon, yes, that night was a full moon, passed through the shadow of the earth and became very deep, dark, and mysterious for a long time. What you would know as a long track lunar eclipse. Rebirth of the divine feminine took place as the womb energies of your planet became activated. And this phase of the ascension process began. raising the frequencies, remaining within your beautiful glowing pyramid, allowing the full moon, the silvery moon, to ignite your crown, enabling you divine connection with Source. As these upper chakras get activated, we should remind you to also stay grounded in your root center. So feel your roots are deep, though your pyramid that you're sitting in is grounding you. Your emerald green pyramid with emerald green fire is there. Hold that space. Feeling the energy of the full moon also in the heart, also in the solar plexus, also in the sacrum, also in the root, but magnified in the throat, third eye, and crown. Yes, this is better. Now you have support of your lower grounding base chakras to be able to handle higher frequencies. And we shall raise the frequencies. Relax, breathe, and allow. Raising the frequencies. Relax. Breathe. Be aware of the flow. Energy moves through you in your reality all the time. There is always a constant flow. Raising the frequencies. And you sit in your beautiful green pyramid, beautiful green light, with your three upper chakras glowing in the silvery moon. Understand that you are in the womb of Mother Earth now, the womb cave. Connecting, blending, and feeling the emergence, digesting the lessons of the past, energizing and awakening for the present now and all future nows. Understanding that the so-called past is just another aspect of the now. Feel yourselves emerging from the earth cave, from the Mother Earth's womb. Being reborn into higher light, higher energies, and healing. Sending all that beautiful healing light also into Mother Earth, into the cave and into the planet, allowing all beings in the earth and beyond to benefit. And before we finish this transmission, this is your opportunity to think about, but stay present, those in your world who may need healing, placing them in the beautiful green pyramid within the womb of Mother Earth, emerging to the light, being healed, being renewed, and bringing forth the knowledge intrinsically and energetically that life is worth living, that it's not hopeless. There is a reason that we are all divine. Many in your world have, shall we say, given up. That creates an energetic vibration which matches the vibration of disease. Sometimes just having the intention within and the knowledge and understanding is enough to initiate a healing response. So let's together bring that gift, that knowledge, to all of our loved ones that could use healing, all in the world and connected to the world, connected to our energetic space, our universe, as it were. All beings happy, healthy, whole, and free. And see, imagine, intention, as it were. Those loved ones are glowing in beautiful healing light now, in hope and optimism and understanding. And it's not like their lives or your lives will necessarily be easy. That's not what you came here for. But it can be magnificent, beautiful at the same time. You're completing the transmission now. So just start to imagine that you're coming back into your physical body. So perhaps the image of the pyramid starts to fade. You start to feel yourself back in your physical form fully again. Feel your whole chakra system, your whole center line in beautiful green healing light extending through your body. So you carry this energy with you past this transmission, and we will do a little bit more light language to help seal in these energies for you. Hekikato tetepetitia kushishia mato soto tetishia da pa ya tetemahu wakaba tototia odotia mananenia or da ba you know the kupushio apa resources here badane makia manola ba. Yeah, ya no tia matata ya na mama ground assisting you, we should say grounding, centralizing and condensing the energetic fields, calling all soul parts back home. All parts of your being back into your heart and your physical and energetic beings, mostly your energetic beings that houses your physical self. Feeling a sense of wholeness and completion and groundedness. Feeling your roots extending deep into Mother Earth now. From your root or even from your sacral or even your heart. It's great to ground from the heart also. Descending the roots through your center line, down through your root center, through your legs, or directly from the base of your spine into the ground, deep into the earth. Then at the base of your auric fields, your luminous egg, imagine that you're opening a tailpipe that allows all excess energy from this transmission, anything that's staticky, to just drain out of that so that you leave this process relaxed, energized but relaxed, not jittery or anxious or any of that, which can happen if you're holding excess staticky energy. So just let that all naturally drain into the earth. The earth will pull that out of you. Anything you don't need anymore. Its frequency is designed for that. Start to deepen your breath. When you're ready, open your eyes. Drink lots of water. We did a lot of work this evening. My water has lemon in it, a little lemon seed. I don't know if you can see that, but you can certainly see that it's cloudy, right? So that was a strong one. So we'll be back Sunday at 11 a.m. for tarot time. You have a new psychic forecast video out. Lots of good, pertinent information that'll be very helpful. So if you have a half hour to watch that now, that would be awesome. That'll help to ground your energies too. That's it. That's it. Happy full moon, everybody. And thank you, everybody that came in. Oh, by the way, Jared from Hula channel, does anybody know when he's doing his fire homa? That would be an excellent thing for us to go to, if he's not doing it now. That is. So if anybody knows, I'll wait a second because I know there's a little delay. And you're welcome, Brooke, and A7 and Enspree, and he just did it. All right. So anyway, so we missed it, but we can go back to that one and do that on the replay. And the people that are connected to both our channels that chose to do his live will probably come back to this one because, again, all time happens now. So, you could be on the moon next Friday and still get the same benefits from this transmission as if you were here live. So again, happy. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. So he was finishing as we were starting. So that's kind of cool in a way. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Love you so much. Thanks for being here, and we will see you next time. Have a great rest of your evening. Happy full moon. Maybe do a little bit of quiet relaxation and meditation. I always do either yoga or workout after I channel. I did a workout yesterday. I'll do some yoga, and I'll listen to my own advice and do some grounding and just let my body, my system just kind of what's the right word? I can't think of the word, but blend with these energies. Let these energies settle, basically. I can't think of the word, but I think you guys know what I mean. All right. Last full moon of the year. Yes, time to release 2025. Between now, it really gets strong on the 12th to the 21st. That's the solstice portal. And that's so good for releasing and for letting the light shine deeper into the shadows. So that's the most powerful time of the year for energetic release and getting ready for the solar new year, which begins on the solstice. So anyway, love you guys. And we are ending now. Peace be with you.